Hello, gentle viewers. This is Guardian welcoming you back to Out of the Park Baseball 22. During our last episode, we won 107 games, but were once again defeated by our mortal nemesis, Philadelphia. Our cross-state rivals once again defeated us because in the playoffs our hitters stopped hitting and our pitchers didn't pitch. And that's not a recipe for great success. But it is time for us to move on, put that season behind us, and try to reach the postseason again. We do need a new Rookie League hitting coach, so let's see if we can hire someone. Oh, sorry, I need to pick hitting coach. There we go. Like, the chances that we'll get someone like Brett Clemens here seem pretty remote, but we'll try it. Because it'd be pretty awesome if we could. But guys like that are going to get major league jobs, so, meh. Alright, friends. The biggest question this episode lies around one Ricky Perrault. And Mike Barber, I guess, too, but Ricky Perrault is the big one. Ricky Perrault, very simply, would like $40 million a season. And that can't happen. I cannot afford to put that much of the team's payroll into one player who isn't that fantastic. I'm not saying Ricky Perrault isn't a very good player. He definitely is. And he's definitely provided us with years of quality play. He's been, a pretty solid center fielder. And he's definitely been a source of power for the Pittsburgh Pirates. All that said, though, he's supposed to be a good contact hitter. And his batting average just really fluctuates really badly. And it's what's holding him back from being the best version of himself he possibly could be. Because the rest of the package is great. I don't see anybody could be upset with that. But $40 million is an awful lot of money to spend on one player, particularly one with such a long record of... why did I not re-sign Greg Fleischman? He's been pretty solid. Yeah, I think that was just an oversight. Let's give him a one-year deal. Great. But not only that, my friends, we have two pitchers to replace. Nate Brooks and Mike Barber both opted out of their contracts. This means we are gifted with a pretty large budget of $60 million, and we don't want to spend that money as wisely as possible. So where do we need to make improvements? We definitely are going to need a new center fielder. That is priority number one in the offseason is find a center fielder who can replace him. We're also going to need to find not one but two starting pitchers. Now, it's not quite as bad as it seems because we do have Roman Alvarado who is injured. And if we quickly take a look at the team as a whole, Alvarado could easily replace Nate Brooks. The question is who replaces Mike Barber. And we have Louis Montour here in the minors waiting for an opportunity. We also have Jimmy Arneson, who I think is injured but might be coming back soon. Yep, there he is. So we really need to address center field. And it's fair to ask whether we need to replace left field too. A Dan Aldridge who leads the league in strikeouts and hits .215 is probably not good enough for us. We're a contending team. We need the best of the best every place we can get them. I don't see this being adequate. I don't see a player who... Now, we're also kind of trapped if we do lose Perrault, and that I can't afford to lose our only other big power threat. So that's something to think about. So we're talking one, maybe two starting pitchers, maybe no starting pitchers. We can just see how the rookies do. We're also talking an upgrade at center field. Maybe not even an upgrade. You know, a player like Ricky Perrault doesn't grow on trees, and we're probably not going to find one that's an easy replacement. We could upgrade. Where else? I think we're fine at first base. I know he's not a great first baseman, but he delivered the offense that we needed. He's a bit like Rosario, actually, in that regard. I'm looking to see if we have any interesting outfielders in the minors. Remember, there was a point in which we were just like had piles of outfielders. It doesn't look like we have that anymore. We do have, what's his face? Julio Mares. Is he injured? I bet he's injured. No, he's not injured. Oh, we traded him, didn't we? I think we did. I think we traded Julio Mares, which is maybe a mistake. Jesus Moya is also a potentially excellent starting pitcher. Number 4 prospect in the majors. I just don't think he's ready yet. I'm going to go ahead and put you on lock, though, because I don't want the AI getting stupid ideas about you. And I'm going to go ahead and send you to AAA. I think what we saw in AA is enough to prove that you can continue to develop. You're relatively close to Major League ready right now. I just like to see your control get a bit better, and I definitely want to see your stuff get better. But you could be a fantastic starting pitcher that would really complement the existing staff quite nicely. I just don't think that's going to happen this year. So, we also need Manny Pozo to just play better. I know, yes, he's worth 2 wins above replacement, and that's not nothing, but there's more to this. And I think it's fair to say that his rookie season was a bit of a disappointment. He certainly wasn't a bad player, but he wasn't anywhere near what I expect. I do like the doubles power, though. His power definitely appears to be real. With double-digit homers, some doubles, and even a couple of triples. We just need to see him keep working and keep driving to become the very best, and then we'll have an excellent player. So our shopping list is definitely center field, maybe left field, and 2 starting pitchers, and I think we'll be good. So let us, first of all, advance in time. We're so not going to get that rookie hitting coach. Someone else is going to take him from us. I'm just girding my loins for that. Yep, there it goes. I'll offer you $80,000. I have no problem with that. I just doubt it's going to be enough, because I bet someone's going to offer you a major league contract. Okay, bro, 120 grand, and if you don't take it, then I'll look for someone else. I can't afford to spend time just offering you money when there's other things I could be doing. Okay, we got a whole bunch of people signing their 1-year deals, and Jose Vigil took a 1-year deal for $16 million, which is excellent. We definitely need a long-term replacement at third base. So that's something we might want to explore as well. Yeah, we're not getting another email from Jerkface McGee, so I'm assuming that means he doesn't want to sign with us. Yeah. And what is Jordan Stoker's deal? Yeah, that's his deal. He wants to do everything, which means I can't easily find him. Gunnett Carlson, how about you come and be my hitting coach? How does that sound? Alright, so gold gloves for Tommy McDonald and no one else. Silver slugger for Avila and John Torres and Ricky Perrault. I got Manager of the Year again. And Tommy McDonald was a unanimous Cy Young winner. I mean, up until the playoffs, Tommy McDonald was everything we wanted and more. But then he got to the playoffs and he just took a giant poop all over everything. Look at postseason here. Look at this. In 3 starts, he had an ERA of 7.5. That's gross. That's really gross. Don't do that. You make me sad when you play that poorly. When it really matters. Oh well. You can't have everything. Quite a few people being posted here. Meh. 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 Yeah, none of you really do it for me. I wish you well. I hope you find success. God damn it, Gunnett. Take my fucking deal. 120,000. I keep mentioning it, but it keeps driving me crazy. Please make it clear, OOTP, if they actually want more money or if they want a better job. Because otherwise you waste a lot of time talking with coaches and will never sign with you. I should definitely be in the driver's seat. Now sign the damn contract. Good. Jerk. I kind of hoped Perrault might accept the qualifying offer, but I'm not surprised he didn't. Now, one thing I definitely want to do... Oh, a lot of people from Taiwan this offseason, apparently. Are any of you, like, amazing? No. One thing I definitely want to do, though, is I don't want Ricky Perrault to go easily. So I am going to offer him a contract. It's not going to be the contract he wants, but I want him to know that the lines of communication are open. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, dude, you are completely insane. I'm going to offer the man a 1-year deal for $25 million. That's all right. That's enough. He now knows that we're interested, and we can chat with him later on to see what he might want instead. So, let's check out the free agent market. Robert Diago wants $20 million. His movement isn't great, but he's a strikeout machine. He's got 4 amazing pitches. Yeah, why on earth is this guy even hitting free agency? But, I'd like you to be a Pittsburgh Pirate if you don't mind. Let's set you to 6 years, and let's make this year 6 a team option, please. With a buyout of $5 million. He really wants that player option. You know what? Fine. That's one problem dealt with. Didn't you play for me, Eric Martin? No, I'm thinking of someone else. Okay, great. Now let's look for outfielders. Kurogera. I like him, but not the fact that he's injury prone. Our old pal Michael Sheehan. Do you know what? Having him be a center fielder for a season wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I think we're bringing him back. Poor Sheehan. Every time he thinks he's clear of the Pirates, I need somebody, and I call upon him. This is not a great center field class. Like, Billy Wood is okay, but he's not that good. We might actually be using Mike Sheehan for a season in our center field. Arturo Guerra is an excellent center fielder with a pretty good track record of hitting for average and stealing bases. But on the other hand, he's wrecked. And I just can't spend $17 million on somebody that's that untrustworthy. Yeah, this is not a great center field group. I will bring in Kevin Baker just because he's cheap. Oh wait, he actually literally was my player, and I just never did anything with him. Yeah, you know what? Let's offer him a contract to be a backup center fielder, and I think that'll be good enough for now. There we go. And then last but certainly not least, we need to find ourselves a new left fielder. Potentially. I don't want to lose a draft pick. Otherwise, I definitely would consider him. We could bring Danny Lesbron back. He was always a good player for us. But no, I think I'd rather just run it back with, what's his face? Ernesto Gonzalez. So many players over the years have played for the Pirates and then been released. Alright, I do ideally want... Okay, so if I sign Diago, and I think he's a good choice... Then my starter rotation would be McDonald, Weaver, Alvarado, Diago, and probably Arneson. Assuming Arneson comes back anywhere the way he was when he was healthy, I think that's a really good rotation. If we don't get him... Oh, hang on. Sean Winter. I'm going to put you on the 40-man because I don't want to lose you in the Rule 5. So I'm going to do that real quick. Actually, let's take a moment and do that. I've got a whole bunch of spots available on the 40-man, and there's no reason not to use them unless I'm guaranteeing the player's not going to be staying on the team. Dane Spellman is definitely worthy of being on the 40-man. Maciel's at least decent defensively, even if his offense isn't that great. I think that's worthy right now of a 40-man spot. Bobby Higgins is an intriguing player. Maybe not perfect, but interesting enough that I'll keep him on the 40-man again. Most of the rest of you guys can get fucked. Jim Kelly? I don't think anyone's going to take him. They have to be pretty desperate to take him. I will put Elvis Rome on the list just so we have another first baseman in case things go wrong. I don't want to lose him. Jimmy Hurdy annoys me, so he can just leave. Oh, he's actually a third baseman. Do you know what? As a third baseman, he's quite a bit more valuable. So we will give him a shot, and then everyone else can pretty much go where they want to. I don't really feel pressured to keep anybody else at the moment. Okay, so we got some free agent marker offers in. It'll be curious to see who actually... Oh, we have to activate them both, don't we? That's true. I'll be curious to see who, if either of them, accepts the offers. Hall of Fame voting. Yeah, it turns out Ronald Acuna Jr. is pretty decent. He's a definite Hall of Famer. Bo Bichette definitely... Almost like I said Boba Fett there. I think he definitely deserves Hall of Fame. That seems pretty reasonable to me. Alec Boehm, not so much. Carlos Correa gets voted. Rafael Devers gets voted. Riley Green doesn't impress me that much. I'm not saying he would make the Hall of Fame worse. I just don't see what the fuss is about him, so I think we'll move on from him. See if we can't grab some more deserving people. Like Frankie Lindor definitely deserves Hall of Fame. He's first ballot both in my book and in my heart. Man, it still gets my goat that the Guardians didn't bring him back. He was one of my all-time favorites. DJ LeMahieu, I'll vote for you, but I don't think it's gonna matter. There's Andy Maldonado. Yeah, you're not remotely worthy of a Hall of Fame spot. Real Muto, Rendon. Here's an old friend of ours, Mr. Juan Soto. Gotta definitely vote for him. Okay. Yeah, that's 3 first ballot Hall of Famers. Maybe 4. Between Acuna Jr., Juan Soto, and Frankie Lindor. And then there'll probably be another couple, too, that make it as well. I hope Ramirez makes it, but I don't think he will. But we'll see what happens, my friends. Let us submit our ballot. Okay, we did lose Ricky Perrault. It looks like he signed with Toronto. And how much money did Toronto give him? A lot of money. I'm not surprised. It's less than he was asking for on the open market, but you know what? I'm going to get a first round pick, so I don't mind that too much. It's not ideal, obviously, and it is a sad moment because we've basically lost the third member of the big 3 is gone. The only one who's still around is Avila, who I think we would all agree is the best of the 3. But we had such high hopes. We were hoping for multiple championships, and none of them even got to the World Series yet. It makes you very sad. A single tear rolls down my cheek. But we will see where that gets us in the future, though. He just wanted too much money. And I couldn't see signing one player for that much money. If he wasn't, like, incredibly... what's the word I'm looking for? Baker and Sheehan are both eager. Okay, you want Rodriguez Duzdar, and you're going to give me a reliever. Game. I need you to shut the hell up and stop offering me mediocre relievers and thinking I'll give you anything of value for that. I don't need them. Stop being a weirdo. Okay, we got Robert Diago, we got Mike Sheehan, and we even got Kevin Baker, which is brilliant. Torres is going to see a guru. I wonder if that guru's going to help him hit more home runs, because that would be delightful if he could. My scouting director, please. Thank you. And both of you are instantly promoted to the Major League roster. Mike Sheehan, I think you're my starting center fielder right now. Which is pretty hilarious given how long you worked to actually get like a Major League role in my system. But for 1 year at least, I think you'll do. And we get a second round pick, and the A's signed Nate Brooks for a pretty reasonable value. That one hurts a tiny bit that we weren't able to bring him back, but I think we're better off with Diago, in all honesty. And we get a draft pick, so that's equally good. Yeah, and Mike Barber basically got as much as Diago, so you know what? I think I came out on top in that deal. Barber's going to hate pitching in Colorado. He's going to be on the phone to me within 5 minutes and be like, please take me back, I will play for free. I'm definitely looking in the Rule 5 draft for an intriguing outfielder, if we can find one. All players, please. And hello, Jesus Ortiz. Big power, big contact. Yeah, you're exactly the kind of player that needs to play for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And then I'll complete another round. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Well, I got what I wanted. I don't really feel like I need to do any more of the draft. I got the player I wanted. Oh no. A player named Ortiz gets Rule 5 picked from the Twins. Uh-oh. That didn't go so well for you last time, Minnesota. Oh, I love these little stories about baseball. That's why I love baseball more than just about any other sport. I love watching football more, but baseball is always going to be my favorite sport because of little stories like that. Player named Ortiz. Please don't tell me he's from the Dominican. He's from Venezuela and Colombia. I don't know if that's better or not, but that's pretty funny. That makes me laugh. Good times. So remember, I said 3 first ballot Hall of Famers. Let's see how many we actually get. I'm obviously not like mega enthused by having Mike Sheehan play center field for us, but I really don't have a better option. And for at least a year, it's certainly not the worst idea we could have come up with. Oh my god. I'm gonna suspend him in the offseason and be like, hey, bitch, you're a baseball player. Figure out your shit. Don't be like that, dude. I was right. 3 first ballot Hall of Famers. I don't know that I feel so strongly about Rendon that I'd Veterans Committee him in. I don't know. Do share your thoughts in the comments. Look at Adley Rutschman. Man, apparently without me... Man, I should have voted for Andy Maldonado, so he would have at least gotten a second year. Oh well. Oh well. Which cap did Soto pick? He probably picked the Nationals. He played with them longer than he did for anybody else. But maybe he actually picked me. And that'd be pretty cool if he did. We're going to do sortable HOF, and we're going to do it based on... I can't sort by year of induction. Oh, let's see here. Here we go. Year inducted 2044. Apply filter. Here we go. Soto went in as a national. Lindor went in as a Giant? Okay, these plaques are awesome, but they're really hard to read. Very cool, though. 722 doubles for Frankie Lindor? What? Okay, that's insane. That might be a major league record. For doubles in a career. Like, the record's like 500. Let's see. Career doubles. No, it is Tris Speaker. Who had almost 800. But damn, son. Damn. I kind of miss Christy Andrea, to be honest with you. But I still think we made the right decision when we moved on from him. Poor Josh Federa. You definitely don't want to be in the Hall of and on the record books for that. Fernando Tatis Jr. got struck out 3,000 times in his career. That's hilarious. We need to start setting some more all-time records, guys. We're kind of... It's been a while since any of these have been updated, really. I mean, Aroldis Chapman set a bunch of, looks like, relieving records. We need more people named Spud in our lives, I think. It's just an objectively great name. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way our rotation looks now. We now have 3 bona fide studs at the front of it. Alvarado is just shy of being a stud himself, and Arneson is a more than capable fifth starter. And we still have 2 excellent rookies in AAA waiting for an opportunity as well. Our pitching staff may never be deeper than it is right now. But we can't ignore what we're losing in offense. We're losing one of the best players we've had. Oh yeah. I forgot about Eddie Alva. I did like Eddie Alva, but he just wasn't as good as the other guy. Okay, 71 million for extensions. Important question, is there anybody I want to get out in front of and give them a nice big extension? I don't really think so. Is Eric Corrigan the reliever we finally keep? Like, I hate to break my record of dumping relievers the minute they became too expensive, but maybe we need the stability for once. I don't know. We'll give it a good hard think. We may want to bring back John Torres, although maybe not, depending on what kind of an asshole he turns out to be. Our biggest issue could be Tommy McDonald opting out, in which case he's gonna get basically any money he wants. Because I'm not gonna deny the man his money. Where's Alvarado? I'm gonna try something with Alvarado. I don't think it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try locking you up long term and see if I can get you for ridiculously cheap. You're probably gonna tell me to go fuck myself, and I wouldn't blame you if you did, but we're gonna try it and see if that gets... oh, I guess he won't let me have ridiculous stuff there. That's fine. Nope, that's fine. I don't blame the man for wanting to earn his money. Yeah, Dan Aldridge, I appreciate you, but if you don't start hitting better real quick, I'm not bringing you back. Not for $18 million. I've got to bring back Mike Sheehan at that money. He is the man. He is the Pittsburgh Pirates, for better or worse. Mike Sheehan is the Pittsburgh Pirates. Just out of curiosity, is he anywhere near... No, he won't even make the ballot. But good for him, at the age of 35, finally getting his first full season in the major leagues to be an everyday starter, and he didn't do too badly. That's my starting center fielder. I guess he wasn't very smart to get injured. Do you get it? Okay. I am going to invite Moya and Montour both to spring training. I think they've earned it. I'll also invite Santner. Mr. Bobby Herrera, how are you taking to third base? Not very well yet. That's fine. Yes. What's the matter? The game really wants me to give Vinny Salazar some reps, so I guess we'll try it. Kelly, Mattern, the Matterhorn. Kevin Baker definitely gets an invite to spring training. Nate Church, not so much. Okay. I'll tell you what else I'd like to do in terms of free agency. I wouldn't mind giving him a new deal to give us just a really great offensive catcher. Yeah, let's bring him back for one more year. I think that's fair. And let us now allow people to set things up the way they'd like. Definitely 5-man rotation, though. And there we go. The lean oops, you can set it however you'd like. Interesting that you decide to move Pozo to third. Just because Daniil's a really good shortstop. I don't think I approve of that at all. So I'm going to tell you to go to hell, bench coach. And then if starter tired. The reason is Pozo is super young. I need him to be playing every snap, every play he can. So he's definitely going to get a lot of spring training time. Poor Mike Sheehan can't even make the roster in terms of being being there. That's fine though, because once all the dust settles, I think he's going to end up being the man on top. I think. Wow, friends, we're having an awful spring training. Damn. Like, I don't really care, of course, it's spring training, but yikes. I'd like to think this is us just lulling the other teams into a false sense of security. They're like, oh, the Pirates are terrible this season. They're not going to win any games. And then we win the World Series. It's all part of my master strategy. Eric Trevorrow is a cool name, but doesn't as Eric Tomorrow. I was like, that's an awesome name. That's pretty fantastic. All right. There's Jesus Moya. I really have eyes for only one man right now, which is Manny Pozo. Did Manny Pozo get better? He did. He improved his contact a bit. And his batting eye and his power. That's all very good news. Alright, my friends. Let us begin by paring down the roster. Oh no, we can't yet. We're not done with the games yet. There we are. Alright, so first things first. Montour and Moya both go back to AAA, and they're going to be starting pitchers. We're going to let them pitch as much as they'd like and see how they do. Once they get some quality reps in, and see if either one of them can take a big step forward this season. I presently have how many pitchers? I have 18 pitchers. I need 13. Santner to the minors. Gall back to the IL. I don't need Cormier and Falcone. I really only need one of them, so it's going to be Cormier, who I trust a little bit more to be a 6th starter. Wow, Roman Alvarado, all of a sudden his potential went in the toilet. What changed for him? Oh, his stamina. That's unfortunate. I mean, I know the guy got hurt, but I can't trust you to be a starter anymore. Not with a stamina of 38. Okay, that changes everything about this offseason. Shit. So, the first thing first, I want to change you into a reliever. You're a pretty good one, so I'm not that bothered by it. And then I guess Jesus Moya can get an opportunity to start this season. I mean, his stamina is not great either, though. Luis Montour is a little bit better. But Moya's got a bit more experience. I need to think about which of those two I would call up. So that is very sad to me. Will we start him out of the bullpen to begin the season and see if he can build up his stamina a bit? 14 players. I still need another starter. I mean, two pitchers got to go. You know what? Cormier, you can go to the minors, and Turhard to the minors, and then yeah, I think we call up Moya or Montour. No, Moya definitely. I'd like Montour to get a few more reps. Then again, Montour is closer to being major league ready. Huh. But my biggest issue with him, though, is we just drafted him 2 years ago, and I'd like to... No, I'm going to use Moya. And we'll see how he turns out. So then, number 5 starter is going to be Moya. Roman Alvarado, you're going to be a middle reliever that we use more often. Padden is going to be a flat-out one. Corrigan is closer, I like, and Burton Fleischman is setup, I like too. Brunmeyer is going to be lefty specialist. Sean Winter can just do middle relief every now and again. I don't know if we're even going to keep Winter on the roster, to be honest with you. We do need an emergency starter, though. And Mike Roberts in long relief is certainly not that solution. Kevin Padden is getting moved to long relief, middle relief. I guess Alvarado can be an emergency starter and a long reliever. We may need to call somebody else up, though. If that's the case, that's fine. Look, actually, Winter's going to go on the IL anyway. So let's go ahead and call up a pitcher with really good stamina that we wouldn't mind being a starter if it came to it. You've only got 2 pitches, though, my friend. Cormier. I think he's a good enough pitcher that I feel more comfortable with him being an emergency starter, long reliever. And that then leaves us with Roman Alvarado to make him a high-leverage middle reliever. And see how he does. That really is tragic, though. And I'm hoping that if we let him lengthen out his arm in the bullpen a bit to start the season, that'll eventually rebuild his stamina. But this may just be who he is now. And if that's the case, that's a real tragedy, because I was counting on him to be a big part of our rotation going forward. Oh well. We now have 13 pitchers, so let's start trimming down the roster for the position players. I don't need 4 first basemen, or 3 first basemen. I don't even think I want Schauger on the roster either, to be honest with you. We'll demote him. Tyler Booth, I don't even think you deserve a 40-man spot anymore. So I'm going to waive you. Pozo is a shortstop. Stop calling him anything else. Stovall definitely goes back to the minors. Kelly to the minors. Hurdy is a third baseman. I wonder how he's rated. He's actually not rated that well. Mr. Hurdy, I'd like to send you to Double A to actually have like a real chance to try to earn a spot. I've got way too many outfielders. I think... Let me remove this part. I think Bobby Higgins makes the roster. I think he's a really useful outfielder in a lot of ways. Okay. Mike Sheehan lost his ability to play center field. Dude. This was your chance, my guy, and you blew it. I'm not gonna let you play center field. McCannon to the minors and Salazar to the minors. I'm kind of intrigued by trying out Gene Mattern in center field. Like, I know he's not an amazing player, but the thing is, I was going to start Mike Sheehan in center, and I'm just not convinced that he's a good choice there anymore. I mean, we'll try it. I don't really have another player who's clearly better. I do like Bobby Higgins, though, having him on the roster. Between Maciel and Baker, Maciel's got a bit more bat to him. Baker's got a bit more glove. I think we'll keep Maciel and see how he does. Mattern goes to the minors. Do I need to carry 6 outfielders? Maybe I do. .68, 83, 58, 44. He doesn't have a very good arm, but he's very, very fast. I still got to get rid of 2 players. Bartlett can play all 3 positions with some level of skill, so I don't really feel obligated to keep Neal on my 40-man or keep him on the roster. So we're going to waive him. And the last one's got to be an outfielder. So then the question becomes... Maciel's got great range. Do we try Maciel as a starting center fielder? Because if we do, then we send down Higgins. The thing is, Higgins has a much better bat, so he's much better suited to being on the team in some capacity than Maciel. Maybe Sheehan's the odd man out. Nobody wants him. I mean, the obvious answer is to get rid of Garrett Gunnels. But the problem is I don't have anywhere I can put him. Yeah, I don't need 6 outfielders. It's Maciel. I'll just send him down. And the question becomes, do we try Higgins in center field? He's rated a 50. Sheehan is rated a 56. He's the better center fielder of the 2. I think we're going to give him a shot and see how he does. But he's going to be on a very short leash, I think. Okay, so we're down to 26. Which means Moya to the 40 man. Okay, so let's get all these goodies set up. So, first things first, the best hitter is Avila. So he's easily promoted to, he's easily the number 3 hitter. Now, our biggest issue now is we have exactly 2 reliable power hitters, and they both played the exact same position. I guess we could start Ortiz off at first base this season because Torres... No, we're just going to play Torres. I'm not going to overthink this. Aldridge is cleanup because someone has to be... I like Rusty Oliver continuing to bat second. I think he's... Or first. I think he's really well suited for that. And then Vigil can at second. Batting sixth will be Manny Pozo. Then Gabe Leonard. And then Mike Sheehan playing center field. Obviously, there's a big dip from last season. From Perrault to Sheehan. But I'm hoping that Sheehan can at least play reasonably competently. So that we can think about what to do in the future. Gunnels is going to back up at first base. And he's going to be our number 2 pinch hitter. Number 1 pinch hitter is going to be Jesus Ortiz. And Mr. Ortiz is going to back up in both corners. And be the 3rd backup at first base. Our secondary backup at all 3 positions is going to be Higgins in center, but also Higgins playing the other 2 positions. And Higgins is going to be the number 3 backup. I want Higgins to start once a week in center, just because Sheehan is already 36. And he does have an injury history, so we're going to let Higgins start once a week and see what he can manage in center. Backing up catcher will, of course, be Mr. Albignac. I don't really feel compelled to bench Avila very frequently, but I do want Albignac to be the defensive sub if we need one. Backing up in second base, third base, and shortstop is going to be Steve Bartlett. I think he is worthy of filling that role. Mr. Bobby Higgins is going to be our number 1 pinch runner. And that's our lineup. And I'll tell you what, this is not the lineup we've turned in years past. An awful lot of pressure is going to be on Manny Pozo to take a step forward this season. And I think he's very capable of doing that. But we're going to see what happens. Oh, there's another thing I'm thinking about too, which is Steve Winter and what to do about him. He might be somebody that we consider once he's healthy, to see how helpful he could be to us. That makes sense. Yeah, because is it Sean Winter or Steve Winter? It is Sean Winter. Because you look at his overall skill set, he's actually really competent in the outfield and also a pretty decent pitcher. And a quality two-way player is always a useful thing to have on a major league roster. I'm not sure I'd start him in center, but he's definitely got a lot of potential to be a great player in both senses of the word. Both a good pitcher and a good hitter. So we might consider doing that. But that injury to Alvarado is a real kick in the teeth. And my only hope is that if we start him in the bullpen this season and just let him just build up his arm strength slowly, that he'll eventually be able to come back and be a starter again. If he's just a really good reliever, I guess that's fine, although it is a little disappointing. You would like me to make the playoffs. I would too. Jesus Moya is not only the number 2 overall prospect. And that's where we are, amigos. So, missing Ricky Perrault is going to hurt. We're going to be a worse offense. There's no way around that. We don't have the power that we did with him in the lineup. We've got a bunch of people that get 10 to 20 home runs, but really only one that can hit 40, which is Dan Aldridge. And Aldridge is coming off a season in which he wasn't that effective on a regular basis. And we've just got to hope that he splits the difference between these 2 seasons, maybe, or just goes back to 2042. Because he's really got us by the short ones, and that I don't really have another big-time power hitter that I trust other than him right now. Which is obviously not ideal. The other big subplot to this season is going to be how well Jose Vigil plays and whether we replace him. We have not a huge number of options. We do have a couple. First and foremost, Bobby Herrera. If Mr. Herrera can have a good season with the bat, he's going to be on my short list to be our starting third baseman next season. I know wouldn't be brilliant at the position, but I think he could probably handle it. So we're going to see how he does. Montour should definitely be pitching in AAA. He had a good season in AAA. I see no reason he can't stay there. Let me make sure I set him to this. There we go. An awful lot of this season's success is going to be riding on the left arm of Jesus Moya. If Jesus Moya skips AAA without missing a beat, I think we've got a really great starter here. Again, stamina's not perfect, but I'm okay with that. I just want the best possible pitcher. I love his combo, and the fact he's got a cutter is going to make him death against righties. He's going to be a really good pitcher, I think, assuming he stays healthy. Man, Alvarado. I can't trust you to be a starter right now. Maybe if you build up and your stamina comes back, we can try it again. But for right now, what are we looking at in terms of team chemistry? We're all content. Manny Pozo is unmotivated. That makes me sad. I hope he becomes motivated because we need him to be. We don't have a spark plug right now. That may be something we need to think about. Finding somebody who fits that bill. But for now, my friends, I think we go ahead and conclude the episode. I hope you are enjoying the series thus far. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do consider it. It really helps us out. Likes and comments are always appreciated. I do like talking with you wonderful folks about everything that's going on. Hopefully by the time this video airs, we'll actually have some idea whether real baseball is going to happen on time. Although, if I were going to bet, I would probably bet no. Unfortunately. But until next time, my friends, this has been Guardian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.